In 1986, Vietnam launched Đổi Mới, shifting from a centrally planned economy to a market-oriented one. For over 2 decades, this transformation brought rapid growth, global integration, and improved living standards. By 2007, Vietnam had joined the World Trade Organization, signaling its arrival on the global stage. But in 2008, the global financial crisis hit hard, exposing deep vulnerabilities in Vietnam's growth model. Reliance on state-led investment, cheap labor, and raw exports proved unsustainable as global demand collapsed. Businesses struggled, foreign investment slowed, and the banking sector faced mounting bad loans. The crisis revealed the limits of the old model and forced a reckoning among Vietnam's leaders. It became clear that temporary fixes wouldn't suffice. The economy needed deeper structural reforms. Heavy dependence on inefficient state-owned enterprises and a fragile financial system were now undeniable obstacles. Bureaucratic hurdles stifled innovation and private initiative, further hampering growth. The crisis was a wake-up call, demanding a new approach to ensure resilience in a volatile world. Policymakers recognized the urgent need for a second, more profound wave of reforms. This marked the birth of Đổi Mới Lần, the second renewal, aimed at restructuring the economy from its core. The stage was set for Vietnam's next transformation. The post-2008 crisis era sparked a fundamental shift in Vietnam's economic thinking. State-owned enterprises had long dominated, but the crisis exposed their inefficiencies. Private companies, more agile and resilient, outperformed during the downturn. This reality led to a new policy direction, actively championing the private sector as a key driver of growth. The 2016 National Party Congress officially recognized the private economy as vital to national development. This was more than rhetoric. It provided a political mandate for a level playing field. The government shifted from direct intervention to creating an enabling environment for private businesses. Barriers to entry were dismantled, and fair competition, property rights, and access to finance became priorities. The state's role evolved from producer to facilitator, building strong institutions and ensuring macroeconomic stability. This pivot unlocked vast domestic potential and encouraged innovation. Vietnam's leaders had redefined the path to prosperity, placing private enterprise at the heart of the nation's future. The private sector was now seen as the engine to drive Vietnam forward. With new support, Vietnam's private sector flourished. Companies like Vingroup and Vietjet Air became national champions, breaking state monopolies and expanding into new industries. Their success inspired a new generation of entrepreneurs, proving world-class businesses could be built in Vietnam. A vibrant startup culture emerged, especially in cities like Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi. Young, tech-savvy founders launched innovative ventures, fueled by digital growth and a youthful population. Co-working spaces, incubators, and venture capital funds supported this entrepreneurial wave. The government backed innovation with programs like Project 844, aiming to build a national startup ecosystem. This synergy of top-down support and bottom-up drive transformed Vietnam's economic landscape. The spirit of entrepreneurship became a defining force of the second Đổi Mới. Private initiative and innovation were now celebrated as key drivers of growth. Mindset change alone wasn't enough. Vietnam needed institutional reform. The government launched targeted resolutions to cut red tape and improve competitiveness. Thousands of outdated regulations were scrapped, making it easier to start and run businesses. Digitalization and one-stop shops streamlined government services, boosting transparency. Vietnam's global rankings improved, attracting high-quality foreign investment. These reforms built trust with entrepreneurs and international partners alike. Overhauling the legal and administrative framework was essential for sustainable growth. The second Đổi Mai's institutional reforms laid the groundwork for a modern, competitive economy. Restructuring state-owned enterprises was a tough but necessary step. The government accelerated equitization, introducing private ownership and market discipline. State firms refocused on strategic sectors, while withdrawing from non-core businesses. Simultaneously, Vietnam overhauled its banking system, cleaning up bad debts and merging weak banks. Prudent regulations strengthened financial stability and restored lending capacity. Tackling these structural weaknesses was painful, but vital for a healthier economic foundation. Efficient capital allocation, not state credit, would now drive future growth. The final pillar of reform was deeper global integration. Vietnam signed new generation free trade agreements, committing to high standards on trade, labor, and the environment. These deals opened vast markets and attracted investment in higher value sectors. External pressure for reform reinforced domestic change, creating a cycle of progress. Vietnam became one of the world's most open economies, solidifying its role in global supply chains. Integration also enhanced Vietnam's geopolitical standing and strategic autonomy. The Second Đổi Mới turned crisis into opportunity, building a resilient, modern, and sustainable economy. Vietnam's transformation stands as a model for turning adversity into lasting prosperity.